This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalgrim here and welcome to another video. Right now we're on my secondary account where I did not make much progress on the Wonder Pass, and I'm going to show you how to kind of speed things up and get the rewards faster. Even if you're free to play and you did not buy the premium one, you should at the very least go for this thing over here, because it's 5 artifact reforges and those are gonna be crazy hard to come by unless you're spending gems. And you could go all the way to this, because this is gonna be, actually all the way to this, because this is gonna be some Galactic Orbs if you want to. It's not gonna be that much worth your effort to go all the way to tier 37, but if you go all the way to tier 37, you might as well grab your profile pick. But yeah, the main thing that everybody should be barely minimum is this thing. So we got over here some objectives, so I'm gonna pretty much give you advice for each of the objective that has some advice to be given and is not like very obvious. I mean, look. Spend gear reforges. I can't really give you advice on making that specific one faster, because I'm gonna like, well, upgrade your characters, ladies and gentlemen, reroll the gear bonuses. But yeah, I'm gonna give you some tips on the ones that can be sped up and you can actually do something about it. Again, I don't know which one of them are gonna be available for everyone and which one of them are gonna be paid to get, because some of them are gonna be only if you have the premium pass. So I'm gonna talk about each one that can be sped up a bit and some tricks you can do. And at the same time, I want to let you know that they are aware of the issue that causes Wonder Woman to disappear from your roster and reset progress as you get to higher tiers. So if you are, let's say, pay to get and you got this, you might wanna sit a bit at level 14 and not unlock level 15 for a bit until the bug is fixed, so that your Wonder Woman progress does not get reset. That's the thing you should keep in mind. So yeah, well, that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so first up you got the open chests, but it doesn't have to be gem chests, so you can pretty much, if you run out of stuff, buy some of these to complete this. If you don't see anything better, you shouldn't spend your gems just to complete that. You can spend credits. Right now I'm going to be checking what actually works for it. So right now we're at 0. We're gonna go ahead and open a basic chest. Whatever, I don't care about this thing. And we got one sim, okay. Now this should be guaranteed to create some progress. If this doesn't create progress, then it's bugged, basically. But yeah, we go here, objectives, all the way down to chests. Okay, we opened one. Now you're also gonna need to buy sim packs. I mean, you don't. It's actually, you don't actually have to for this one, if you, even if you're playing your campaign manually, because it's an objective to spend some sim packs. I was wondering if the sim pack chest is also going to boost your progress. Though keep in mind, we'll also need this for another objective, so you buy them regardless. We bought some sim packs. Let's go back to the pass and let's see if there's any progress. Of course, just no. Sim packs don't count as a chest. Okay, interesting information. Now getting back to the store. Special offers. We got some free stuff in here. Daily free pack. You don't have to spend anything to open this. Though yet again, if the sim didn't count, this most likely won't count as well. But we can only hope. Okay, beta pass. Objectives all the way down. No, it doesn't count. So special offer kind of things don't count. But yet again, if you should like wait until the week is close to ending, because that's when the objectives expire. And when it's close to that, if you still have not purchased any chests, because there might be some sales that you might want to get until that point, you go ahead and you buy basic chests to boost up your progress. And this way you only spend the credits and you don't have to waste your gems for that. Next thing we're gonna do is a 2-in-1 kind of thing. There's an objective to complete normal campaign rounds while having Wonder Woman in your team. So you'll go to a normal campaign round. If you finish the campaign, I recommend this specific one because it has 3 chances to drop gears, so you might actually get some gears to shatter. And you go here. Don't ask why Cheetah is here, by the way. And you also have an objective to use... the objective to use Wonder Woman characters. I don't think it counts multiple times if you have multiple Wonder Womans. Let's actually check that. And another thing that is interesting, you can sim it. As long as there's Wonder Woman in the active team, you can use sims to do this. And it counts. I'm sure of that, but I don't think it counts multiple times if you got multiple Wonder Womans. Okay, let's check if it counts multiple times for multiple Wonder Womans. I'm actually curious, but I don't think so. Okay, back to the pass, we go to objectives, and no, it doesn't count multiple times, but yet again you can sim it, and this way you get progress towards this, and also progress to spend towards sim chips. And yet again, I highly recommend you go into the normal campaign for this one because it has more gear drops, and you just go like this. Just keep going like this until you complete. And this is actually not a terrible way to spend your energy in Sims. You're gonna get some gears and you're gonna shatter them for some materials. So this is gonna be fine. If you didn't finish the campaign, though normal should be easy. Some people, some new players get stuck into heroic, though going all the way to normal should not be that hard. You wanna fight this, but if you don't have access yet to this, you want to look for something that has 3 chances to drop gears, because those usually give the best gear output out of them all. And you just keep doing this, and this way you're completing both the quest about sim chips and both the quest about Wonder Woman characters. Just make sure Wonder Woman is in the team here, and you can do it from this screen here, it doesn't matter. But if Wonder Woman is in the team there, I mean, it's kind of weird because the Wonder Woman characters don't get any progression if they are put in like that and you sim it, but it works, thankfully. It works, so you don't have to play them manually. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so there's also one to refresh talents, so this might scare new players off because you shouldn't spend as a new player your credits on talents. That's a waste. You're much better off spending them on start promoting characters and upgrading their abilities. So that could be quite expensive for new players. That's why you don't do it. I mean, you do it, but not by spending credits. You're going to get a free refresh for each character in your roster, and each one of the free refreshes that you get is going to definitely count towards that objective. So rather than spending tons of credits to get multiple rolls of talents on one character, you go and you refresh for free each character in your roster. It might feel a little bit slower for some people because especially new players don't have a lot of characters, so their free rolls per day are gonna be obviously slightly limited, but it's okay. You got 1 week and you should be able to finish it in 1 week. If it gets close to the refresh and you haven't finished it, you can go and spend your credits then, but until then, and I don't think there's any way you can really get to that point where maybe I should have kept that, by the way, where I don't think, I think it's impossible to get to the point where literally you don't have enough free daily talent refreshes, so you don't complete that until the end of the week. But if that happens, you can spend some credits then. But yeah, this is how you do it without wasting your credits. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, there's one that says spend XP capsules, and this is pretty straightforward, but I really want to make sure you guys don't mess this one up, because you might be tempted to go into one character and be like, oh, I got a quest about spending XP capsules. Let me just put all of it into one character. No, that's highly unoptimal. Please don't do that. You just go ahead and find characters for each XP capsule that you know you're going to be upgrading at some point in terms of level. For example, I know I'll eventually want my Collector over Superman to be higher level, so I'm going to increase his XP with the tech ones that I have. There we go. Next up, I look for another specific class that I know I eventually want to increase to a higher level. Let's say, for example, I want to increase my Grodd, because he's Might. I'm going to go into Grodd, use Might once, and I'm not gonna do this because I would need to manually undo some, because there's no point in getting to max level 70. You should get only to level 70, and then you're going to get true battle to max. It doesn't help a lot, but you get the gist of it. Make sure you properly spend your XP capsules and don't throw them away for the quest pass. Okay, there's one about successfully performing jump attacks, and there's a lot of jump attacks to be performed, and jump attacks for most characters in the game are not the most optimal thing to do, so it might cause you definitely don't do this in League Raids and Soul Raids purposefully. It might cause you to lose some fights in Arena. You might have to play some annoying campaign fights, but thankfully it works in the story mode. So you actually want to go to the story mode. Look, I'm gonna be honest here, the main reason I picked this one, maybe it's better ones, but Wonder Woman is a good one because she's got an okay jump attack. So you just go here and you spam this. It counts in the story mode, you just spam this. If she blocks, you can like shield for a second, but it's like story mode. Nobody cares if you lose, so you just spam this. You simply do this. It's really not worth trying to do this in like Arena or other places because it will negatively impact your gameplay. So you just go to campaign and do this until you're finished with that. I know it's a dumb way to do it, and it's not necessarily the most enjoyable process. Well, for me it is, because I'm Weeping Cheetah with Wonder Woman, so that's slightly enjoyable at the very least. I think this is why I picked this campaign round. You can block a bit, nobody cares if you lose here. Also, by the end of it, I actually don't suggest using shield that much, because by the end of it, when she's close to dying, as long as you don't die obviously until that point, if you have enough energy, you can actually finish her off with the super move, and that's gonna be yet another pass goal that you can complete. And super move, and we also completed something towards the other pass objectives, so yeah, just use this in story mode and don't mess the other things up for it. Okay, and the last one, I'm not gonna necessarily show examples of it because it's pretty self-explanatory, and the match with super move. Again, I don't recommend you do this in league rates and soul rates because it might heavily negatively impact your gameplay. Do this in arena, that's how you complete this. I didn't do it on this account, it's just the one that I got from story mode. But on the other account, what I'm trying to do is to finish every single arena match with the super moves, since I'm playing that anyway. You can also do that in Champions Arena. And yeah, just make sure it doesn't, yet again, it's not something that will cause you loss, because if it's something that has the risk of causing you loss, is not worth doing. So if it's to the point where you have very low health on your last character and the enemy has very low health, don't wait for the super move, just kill them. But in most scenarios, it will be possible to go out of your way to end every single match with a super move, and that's the most optimal way to clear this. Yeah, the only ones that we didn't specifically cover, actually I think the daily logins. Log in every day, guys. Let's go. That's the best advice to complete the pass. And the spending of the gear for this, there's no way to get around this. Just make sure you're spending them wisely and carefully, not throw them away. So those are all the objectives. But yeah, that being said, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
This is the future.